Wait, I think it's, yeah, should be recording. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Brahma Virs Kriparan Takare, Banushashi Bhamisita, Buddha Sha Guru Sha Shukra, Shani Rahu Keteva, Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu, Om. Om Hrim Gurave Namaha. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of Kozmickev100. And we've been on hiatus a little bit. There was some work being done at the BCAC TV studios, and I still haven't heard them. And so you're getting this direct from the Cosmic Cottage today. And this will be a horoscope for the week beginning Friday, September 14th through the 20th of September 2023. Now, looking in the sky today, I would see, well, actually Friday, pardon me, the 15th of September to the 21st of September. So this is the last week of Virgo, basically in Western astrology. The sun is still in Leo in Vedic astrology until Saturday, and by Saturday evening the sun will be in Virgo in both systems. And Virgo's about service, Virgo's about critical analysis, it's about being a good student. Now, as far as where the moon is at, if we were like looking in the sky today, we would see the moon in the nakshatra of Uttara Falguni, at least at the beginning of today, which is ruled by the sun, and it's about serving others and helping others. And this is our first day after a new moon, because we had a new moon last night at 6:40 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And so this is like a real fresh start, so there's something auspicious about recording this today. And so Uttara Falguni is ruled by Ariaman, it's ruled by the sun. Sun deals with truth. The Falgunis deal with like making love, making art, being creative, whether that's Purva Falguni or Uttara Falguni. And so part of this is taking a rest, because the planks on a bed going upward are for Uttara Falguni, also a hammock. The bedroom is Purva Falguni. That was yesterday morning, but not since last night. We've been in Uttara Falguni. Later on today we'll be in Hasta. Hasta is the hand, and it's ruled by the moon. And so we're going to be doing more service work, Uttara Falguni service work. Hasta helps with serving others. And there's also kind of a rascally, silly nature about Hasta, which is the hand. And I think as we get into this afternoon, you'll be more aware of that rascally nature. So other than that, as far as like the planetary thing, like where you would look in the sky to find them, that would be the Jyotish, just like what this whole thing was here. You know, we're dealing now with moon in Virgo, but in Western astrology we'll say the moon's in Libra, because Western astrology is about the seasons. Vedic sidereal astrology is about the actual constellations. So when people say astrology doesn't work, everything's moved around, well, they don't know about Vedic astrology. They don't know that, in India they've been following all the planets and the signs just the way they are. So in Vedic astrology, Venus is in Cancer, and Mercury is in Leo, and Mars is in Virgo, Jupiter is in Aries, and Saturn's in Aquarius. But if we just took this in Western astrology, we have Sun in Virgo, we have Moon in Virgo, but going to be in Libra at 10:44 a.m. in Western astrology today, which, you know, it's a Venus day, it's a Friday, it makes for a kind of a sweet Friday. People want to get along, get get to know each other. And so, Mercury is in Virgo. It's still retrograde until today. Yes, folks, today at 1:21 p.m. Mercury is direct in Virgo in Western astrology, direct in Leo in Vedic astrology. Venus is in Leo, direct in Western astrology. It's in Cancer, retrograde in Vedic astrology. Mars in Libra in Western astrology. It is in Virgo in Vedic astrology, and it's Jupiter is in Aries in Vedic astrology, but Taurus in Western astrology. And then Saturn's in Aquarius in Vedic astrology, and in Pisces in Western astrology. Outer planets, that's all Western astrology. We've got, Uranus and Taurus, like it was back in World War II, Neptune in Pisces, like it was during the gold rush through the Civil War, and Pluto in late Capricorn, like it was when the United States formed itself in 1776. So, there we go. A lot of cataclysmic experiences happen during these outer planets. So does the world feel weird to you right now? I'm sure it does. And it is. So we're going to just do this sign by sign now pretty quick, starting with you, Aries. And this is like your Western horoscope style, sun sign, moon sign, rising sign. Rising sign is always the best. So here we are with North Node in the first house. So like for Aries people, this is like about feeling kind of strange and different within your own self. And so wanting to know something. And if you're in a relationship, love relationship, because that's where, right here where K2 would be, Mars is there right now. It's like you're kind of getting called out on your karma in relationships. And so this is pretty interesting. Money should be coming in for you with Jupiter in the second house. So that's like a good sign. Venus in your fifth house, that's opening your heart. That's good love right there. And most everything's about work and service because of the Sun, Mercury, and Moon being in Virgo. And, moving in. Of course, Moon's going into Libra. We could just move it up there right now. So next on the agenda is Taurus. So greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So we always look at Venus when we're looking at Taurus. It's a more important thing. So Venus being in the fourth house right now, it's about home, family, taking care of what's right there in front of you, beautifying it, making sure that everything goes good according to plan. Also, this is a time too where you could think about getting yourself in better shape physically because Mars is running through your sixth house, and that's about health, fitness, working with others. You might have a contentious worker that you're dealing with at work, because Mars people, sometimes they like to challenge you, and sometimes there's a little bit of contention and aggression. Overall, your social life's fairly fluid. There's changes in your workplace. And that's about that. Okay. Now we go to Gemini. Okay, greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So, first thing we can say is, thank God Mercury is going direct, right? Because you're a Mercury ruled sign. So Mercury's been in your fourth house. Fourth house is about home. It's about fixed assets. So there might be some kind of financial thing going on in your life. You might be selling something for money, or you might be purchasing something for money. And now that Mercury's direct, it's a better time to purchase. And, Virgo is like this kind of more stodgy, critical version of Mercury that's more introspective, whereas Gemini is all over the place and probably is like the sign of ADHD and, bisexuality, all kinds of other weird, interesting phenomena, multiple personalities, things like that. I think the most interesting thing about Gemini is in the Greek mythology of Castor and Pollux being the twin stars, and that, Pollux did some really naughty things and got sent down to Hades, and Castor's like, I want to go see my brother Pollux and go down to Hades, and and then so Zeus was like, well, no, you're essentially good caster. I can't throw you down there with Pollux and Hades. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you permission to go to Hades and come back again. So, in a lot of ways, it's like Gemini's a sign that's been to hell and back. And so in Virgo time, it's more like keeping your home together, keeping your house life together. That's really where we're going for it. And celebrating your physicality, with Mars in the 5th house, with lots of dance and stuff like that. Okay, now we move it over to Cancer. Greetings, Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. Cancer rules the breast. Cancer kind of rules stomach issues too in a lot of ways. It rules family lineages and mothers in particular. And of course, it's ruled by the moon. So we're starting out with the moon in the 3rd house. That's kind of a lively place for the moon to be, but it goes into the 4th. So in a way, this weekend is sort of a moodier weekend for Cancer rising in particular. And so, dealing with your parents, dealing with family, dealing with household activity, maybe some fixed assets that you have emotional attachment to, like a vehicle or a house, that could be involved in this. And this is kind of the last week for you to kind of get things right with your siblings and with close friends and with neighbors. So something to keep in mind. I'm going through this pretty quick today. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Virgo time, first of all, is 2nd house. So 2nd house is about money and about family, all at the same time. So you're dealing a lot with family. You're trying to deal with your finances right now. Also eating habits, because the 2nd house is also the mouth. And Virgo time, and Virgo in general, we're trying to perfect what our health is, because Virgo is a symbol of health. And basically, I've heard from professional trainers and stuff that 80% of getting in shape is what you eat. I know, it'd be nice to just be able to eat all the crap and work out, and you see ads like that. Eat all the crap you want, you'll be fine if you just take this. And it's like, that's not really true. I think overall you're going to have to eat natural foods that haven't been processed. That means stuff that grows out of the ground, animals that may have been treated pretty well, were grazing, or eggs and dairy that's not cooked, too much, that type of thing. That's what's going to get you healthier. Grains, nah, not so much, too much phytoestrogens and other kinds of things. Sugar, no. A little bit of fruit, you're going to be okay. But, I'm trying to encourage you to get health, and that means no sweetened drinks, drinking water, all these wonderful things that have to go along with this. Okay, so we go to Virgo now. Yay! So this is like your renewal season. If you're Virgo sun sign, your solar return. Most of you have had it. Some of you later Virgos, giving out birthday shouts out. People having birthdays this week that I know. Our Virgo sons, my own dear Anna Meehan, her birthday's on the 17th. Another friend I can think of is having a birthday on the 16th is Lauren Kennedy, so happy birthday to Lauren. And there's several others. John Michael's son on the 17th. I do know somebody on the 15th, but their name escapes me right now, and that's okay. I can't get everybody today, but Bobby Jones on the 18th. I'm going to give Bobby a birthday shout too. So all my good Virgo peeps. A lot of it's about adopting to new career responsibilities, and I see this in the Virgos I know. John Michael's, old enough to be retired, and he just plays music and does carpentry, but even him, he's probably trying to reassess, hey, how long can I keep doing this stuff? We've also got Mercury going direct today, and it's an exalted Mercury in Virgo, so it's like your thinking cap is on, and you've got some great ideas right now, and you need to honor yourself. And Moon will be in the 2nd house for you most this week. Good week for singing, good week for making dietary resolutions. Those of you who are Jewish, happy Rosh Hashanah. The high holidays start this weekend, so the holidays of atonement. It's a big deal. All right. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. How do we keep everything in balance? You know, that's always the question with Libra. And so, you know, first of all, when the sun's still in Virgo, that means it's going through your 12th house. So usually it's kind of a time of losses and winding things up. And it's a little bit of a manure show, as they would say, without getting into my French. And so having losses this time of year for Libra is pretty normal. So it's just like kind of relax with that. Realize that, you know, your season is coming in. And here's the good part is that you have Mars in the first house. So that's giving you an ability to act independently, to give you more physical strength and vitality, and to go for it, to take risks. I mean, you're often uncertain, but you have a little more certainty in your vibe right now. And that certainty and focus is going to carry you through that next task that you've got to do. Just like doing this today was a new task for me. Hello down there. Let's see now. Let's go to the next sign. And that is Scorpio. So greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. Now, for Scorpios, Virgo time is about your social life. It's about parties, and it's about making good connections with people. So that's what I've been doing a lot, been really focusing on that when I'm at work and when I'm, you know, out and about, is all the people I can appreciate and making good connections with them. And so I think, you know, for Scorpio, that is the name of the game right now. Also, you know, relationships are kind of different. They're sort of on a more eccentric level. They're good, you know. I think especially if you're female Scorpio, and if you've been through a dry period, this is a time when you could actually meet a really great guy, and or whoever you are. If you identify as more feminine, Jupiter in the 7th house is symbolic of husbands. So it's a good transit, and with Uranus, it means that they'll be kind of weird and exciting too. And so, you know, why not? And the other thing is just sort of like taking alternative approaches to health. It's a big one here with Rahu, or the North Node, in the 6th house. But you've got, you know, like love is patient. So if you have children, it's just giving a spiritual direction and being consistent with discipline and what's real out there. That's going to help you a lot too. Venus in the midheaven, show your creativity, Scorpio. And like I said, it's all about your social life. Now, we shall go to Sagittarius. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay. The Virgo time is all about your work. So, like, when I'm thinking Sagittarius, you're working more right now. This is your time you have to show up, show off, and be there. Now, that goes without saying, I suppose. Now, the other thing about this is we're looking at where Jupiter is. It's in the 6th house. So it's like you physically need to watch your diet, exercise more, get yourself in shape, and have a healthy relationship with coworkers that might be weird, or, you know, freedom-loving and not always that freedom-loving. Does that sound like anyone you know? Yeah, Sagittarius, you know, you have to kind of own up. The things we have problems with other people are often things that we have in our own life and ourselves are like. And this always comes up. But, you know, this could be a time of long-distance relationships, or you're in love with a foreign person. And, you know, I think overall, though, I mean, sports activities, that looks good this time of year. Sagittarius got game. Okay, here we are. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. So Saturn's in the 3rd house. 3rd house is your siblings, it's your neighbors. There's so many people I know that have problems with their neighbors. I think direct communication, kindness, you know, start out with what you like about them. Find something you like, you know, even if it's like, oh, I love the color of your house, or the way you're doing your lawn, or, you know, I appreciate you don't do your lawn because you're saving water, or whatever it is, you know, find a positive if you're having to negotiate with neighbors. It's also like Third house period is kind of like libraries, things like that. Other thing I'd be thinking about is it's Virgo time. It's a good time for you. It's ninth house. A really good time to travel. Good time to take a vacation. Labor Day's done with. All the big vacation people are almost over, so you can go out now. Campgrounds are cleared out. Yeah, the days are shorter, but the weather's kind of nicer. It's warmer at the beach. It's cooler inland. It's a win-win, folks. It's the month where the least rainfall happens in the United States. So, you know, you're almost guaranteed a sunny, wonderful time. So go out there and explore, or go in there and explore. All right. Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. And, well, this is nice too, especially if you're like a male Aquarian or someone who identifies as a male. Venus is in the 7th house. Venus indicates women. And so in relationship-wise, that's good. It's also an opportunity if you're an artist, you're doing creative things, a musician, you go out there and show yourself off. Show what you do well. We have, Virgo time is not an easy time for Aquarians. I mean, it's 8th house, so it's other people's power, other people's stuff, other people's money. Did you see what happened? Is that just Jupiter that fell off there? Let's see. No, it was Neptune. Poor Neptune lost its magnitude. So that's that. You know, I take things like that as significant. That means you've got to look at your spiritual life. Let's see. I'm going to fix this right away on the spot because, you know, I'm that kind of, you know, DIY kind of guy. So we're going to give Neptune another chance here to recover from that unfortunate lack of adhesion. Yep, there she be. So, you know, you kind of like if you've lost your religion, it's time to pick it up again, have a new look at it, and find a way that it can work for you. Or maybe even in your own family. You can't respect their religion and what they're doing and you think they're all hypocrites. That's fine. I mean, we're all hypocrites. So just like learn how to laugh at it anyway and don't let it, ruin your joy. And there is a thing about money and, there's all kinds of people trying to scam other people these days. So just, be careful with that and just stick with more traditional stuff that's real and I think you'll be fine. Okay, last but not least, we have Pisces. So Pisces with Neptune and Saturn in the 1st house. I mean, really, thing I could say is just use caution, go slow, check things out, make sure it's not a mirage, it's an oasis before you pursue it. Virgo time is a partnership time for you. It's a time where you create harmony with other people. It's where you use your best diplomacy. Moon will be in your 8th house this weekend. So there'll be some stuff that might be out of your control. You might have to face some kind of karma that may not be initially pleasant, but the best thing to do is just thank God for whatever comes in front of you, because God's still on the throne and in control, even if you're not, even if you don't believe in divine power. If you don't think there's a divine intelligence, so it's all chaos, then that's what you get. But one of my favorite astrology teachers is Kapil Raj, and he said something so beautiful the other day. I want to thank you, KRS, and that was this. He says, for every step you take closer to God, he takes 10,000 to be closer to you. I thought, God, that is so beautiful. So even though things might be a little bit wild and ungrounding, you've got a lot of good reasoning. You've got intelligent people in your life that are going to help you. And that's something to give thanks for. And I really want to give thanks to my friend Rebecca here for helping me with the recording of this tonight.
You're welcome.
Way to go, Rebecca. Rebecca is in Jyotish. She's a Gemini Lagna Cancer sun. And I think in Western astrology, she's probably a Cancer rising Leo sun. And but all in all, she's great people. And I consider her my extended family. I want to thank you for joining me with this today, the triumphant return of Kozmickev100. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell notification. Bye-bye.